Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Zenless Zone Zero video, and today we are going to do the 1.0 character debate. Which character is better? Which character should you pull for between Ellen and Zhu Yuan? I'm trying to read that right. I wrote it down. I've been practicing. Zhu Yuan versus Ellen. Should you save for her? Should you pull for Ellen? Now, we're going to break it down here, and I actually think the verdict is already in. So let me walk you through how I think about it. Let me give you my recommendations, and let's go. Now, I want to start with Ellen. The benefit of starting with Ellen is that we already have a playable version of her. Even if you're unlucky like me and you were unable to pull her because she dodged you on the 50-50, you can come in here and test her out. When you test her out, you will see that her kit is very forgiving to use. You have this super dash you can do, and from that you can hold your auto attack to gain your ice charges, which much like Soldier 11, who powers up her sword with fire, this powers up your shark lance with ice. It's like Soldier 11 in getting fire on your sword, but easier to pull off than just like having to time your auto attacks. Like it's just this easy to do. It's very simple. Her skill is a very easy rotation as well. You can use it once and then use it again for the big AoE twisting attack if you have the energy. And then here's a quick look at her ult. I think this character does a ton of damage and is super easy to use, and I think that's a very powerful combination of things. Now, she does have some drawbacks, right? Yes, we are currently talking about if you're a meta slave, let's say, the highest DPS character in the game, and if all you care about is having the best account, she's a must pull. But she does have some drawbacks. One is this giant shark tail. Maybe this is just a me thing, but you're going to spend a lot of time looking at these characters, and I don't necessarily like looking and a giant floppy shark tail on the back of my unit. I love the shark lance. Like, I think the shark lance looks good. I like the rest of her design just fine. Like, she's looking good. It's just that shark tail. And then the other biggest complaint that I've heard about her is that she makes the game too easy. Like, she's literally too good of a character. So if you pull her, the game just becomes a little bit too simple. And that's, I mean, when on the scale of like things to complain about, I guess that's one. And if it's something that you're worried about, then you should probably dodge Ellen, just like I dodged that attack. Look at me go. I'm doing tons of damage by just spamming left click. And I think maybe some of the people in the game who have said that like, hey, the game feels too easy, maybe they have pulled Ellen and maybe they're not like, past account rank 30 yet. Either way, the deal with Ellen is this. She is currently the best character in the game. If you pulled her and you're using her, congratulations. She has another strength that I want to mention, and I want to pull this on the screen. Her other strength that I would like to bring up is this. If you were to go look at the characters in this game and sort by like Victoria Housekeeping, she's one of only 2 Victoria Housekeeping DPS units in the game, and she is by far the superior DPS unit to Corrin. So if you're talking team building, account building, putting your whole account together, Ellen checks all of the boxes, right? Like, she's your one of 2 Victoria Housekeeping DPS units, and if you were to sort by element, she's the only ice DPS unit that we have in the game. So if you're wanting to invest into an ice DPS unit or Victoria's Housekeeping DPS unit, Ellen's your girl. Ellen's your girl. And like, the verdict on Ellen is definitely already in. Strongest unit in the game. If you pulled her, you're not going to regret it. If you're thinking about pulling her, I would just go for it. Now, the conversation gets different when you start talking about Zhu Yuan. Goodness, they could just make the names a little bit easier for me. So let me give you a quick like breakdown of how this character has been, viewed by people who played in the beta and just thought of in the game right now. Now, credit to, there's going to be a video running in the background by Hoyo Sarada. I took some gameplay from her. I'm going to run that in the background. So credit that where it's due. But here's my analysis of this unit. A potential future investment. She is going to be one of the stronger units in this game, I believe, but right now, if she came out today or she comes out in 2 weeks, she's not going to be as strong as Ellen, in my opinion, but has that potential for the future. She seems to be a little bit more reliant on her teammates. A lot of her mechanics revolve around somebody, breaking the enemy, building up that bar so you can chain people in. She kind of needs that. So if you have somebody who can do that really well, she skyrockets in her damage, she skyrockets in her usefulness. If you don't, because maybe your account's not as developed, or maybe we just don't have the perfect teammate for her yet, that's where maybe that future investment comes in. character design wise, I give her the edge over Ellen here. If you're talking about a character that you want to pull simply based on how they look, I love the uniform, I love the hair, the shotgun. I mean, what screams America more than this chick and her shotgun dashing around the map just blasting things? Big looks amazing points, and that's definitely an area where I would give her the edge. Another area where I think you have to say she probably has the edge over Ellen is she's only the second Ether character in the game. So if you're trying to build Ether at all, because maybe you're a Nicole fan, here you go. You must pull Zhu Yuan. I keep looking at the spelling because my God, I can't say that. She's your only choice if you want to build Ether. At least with Ice right now, you could possibly pull off an Ice team with Lycan and Sukaku, and you know, they're both fantastic characters as well. If you're looking to play Ether, you're not playing Ether right now unless you are building a faction-based team around Nicole. So that's nice. Then she's in the police force, so let's go to the police force right here. The Obel squad, right? No, she's not in Obel squad. She's in Criminal Investigation SRT. So she's going to be the first one of that. And that's going to be a weakness for her as well. And again, into that future investment, you're going to, like, she's going to have one teammate. If you're going to run her, you must run her with Nicole if you want that like same element, same faction buff. Now, maybe we get some new A rank characters coming out soon that can help with that. Maybe we get another S rank character coming out in her faction or element soon, but definitely looks more like a future investment to me than Ellen does, who absolutely pops off right now. So if I was going to give you like the full breakdown, right? If I was giving you my recommendation, I would say, if you are unsure about maybe playing this game for the long term, pull Ellen. Don't play the game and save all your resources and then like, you know, get bored and quit having never pulled. It's a gacha game. Go experience the gacha. Go pull for Ellen. She's going to power up your account. That might change the way you feel about the game. If you're interested in short-term power right now, go get Ellen. I don't see her falling off anytime soon. Like, she is currently the best damage dealer in the game. You got a lot of run out of Sela at the beginning of Honkai Star Rail for everybody who wants to use another Hoyo game as an example. And you could definitely still be using Sela right now, even though, you know, a couple years into things, she'll get outscaled. Of course you will. She's a damage character. Both of these are damage characters. And so in 2 years, both of them will probably have another character in their element who out damages them. But for right now, Ellen just crushes this game and is your best ice option as a DPS, whereas Zhu Yuan is your only ice option as an ether unit, and in fact only the second ether unit in the game. So looks wise, you go with the cop girl. Gameplay wise, you go with Ellen, and that's kind of my final little breakdown right there. That's my recommendation. So I will try to pull both. I'm going to keep trying to pull Ellen. I'm going to have to spend some money, but I want to stay free to play as long as I can, so I really get a feel for like how the game is for free to play players before I start whaling. There's no rush, right? The game is so beatable right now with everything that we have, and you don't need either of these characters. But if you are trying to build an account around, you know, being able to build into every element and build into the factions, that's where, you know, maybe pulling changes your mind a little bit. Okay, thank you all for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.